We human race can sit all day and speak about unity and benefits of being united, but we as an individual have hatred towards some persons. In the same manner, some countries have also hatred on other countries. Hatred can't be only between neighborhood countries, but even some countries on opposite sides of the earth have also hatred towards each other. Now we ordered some of the top countries that hate each other based on some disputes. Welcome to the Nook and Corner, where future techies come and get inspired. Number 10. Israeli versus Palestine. Tension arose between these two countries in 1947 when the UN voted Palestine, a place inhabited by Jewish minority and Arab majority, to be split into separate Jewish and Arab states, with Jerusalem being an international city. The separation was accepted by one side and rejected by the other. So as a result, a dispute arose between the two states. Number 9. Argentina versus the United Kingdom. The UK had a grip over several nearby islands for many centuries now. Still, Argentine claims on those islands result in a conflict between these two countries. Number 8. North Korea versus South Korea. Unlike other countries, the rivalry between these two is so difficult to understand. It is simple to say two brothers went against each other due to a wrong turn of events. But these brothers had a war against each other. Number 7. India versus China. That dispute started with the Sino-Indian War between the two nations that occurred in October to November of the year 1962. That dispute started with the Himalayan border problem between the two nations. Now following this, numerous disputes are going, like China trying to capture the Indian Ocean region and India trying to overtake China and prove their supremacy. Number 6. Hong Kong versus China. Tension has started bursting out between Hong Kong and China in 2019. The conflict arises from the cultural and economic differences between Hong Kong and mainland China. These differences separates mainlanders and Hong Kong people, as well as the significant growth in the number of mainland visitors. Number 5. Afghanistan versus Iran. These two countries are sharing a dispute over water resources. The latter tried to harness water from the Helmand River in Herat to support construction and agriculture expansion. However, Iran considers it as a threat to their water resources as Afghans are constructing dams. This has given rise to a conflict between the two countries. Number 4. USA versus Iran. The US and Iran have conflicts based on numerous issues. Starting with the death of Iranian commander Qasem Soleimani, Iran responded with missile strikes on Iraqi bases. Other than this, they also have conflict over Iran's oil reserves, U.S. political interference in Tehran, Iran's desire for nuclear power, and both countries trying to grow their influence in the Middle East. Number 3. Japan versus China. The conflict between these two countries started from the Japanese War and imperialism and marine disputes over the East China Sea. Though at current times these are very close business partners, there is a Cold War happening between both countries that are trying to undercover and work over their businesses and country growth. Number 2. India versus Pakistan. We can even give a title to the conflict between these two countries as the mother of all conflicts. These two have numerous conflicts going on between them, starting from the Kashmir issue, which started after the independence of the two countries, then Kargil War, the Bengal refugee crisis, water disputes, the list keeps on going. Now both countries are trying to bring peace between the two nations. Number 1. USA versus Russia. When a sporting event is conducted among hundreds of teams, the intensity rises only when two of the most powerful teams clash with each other to gain supremacy over the other. It's just the same case here also, as two powerhouse countries like the USA and Russia trying to prove their supremacy over the other. They are having a Cold War going between them. On completion of this video and top 10 countries that hate each other, it's time for us to think for a second that all those conflict disputes doesn't do any good to the human race. So try building a peaceful environment for the future generation. Thanks for watching.